I'm going to cover several non-related things. I'm going to start off with Laura. Her YouTube channel is Nigella for me. A conversation we're having on her YouTube channel. Now, in a video she had a couple days ago, and at least one she had a few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago, something like that. She was saying that no one knows what happens after we die. I've countered that. I said if you if you look at the accounts of people that have had NDEs, near-death experiences, now, to me, that is their interpretation of the afterlife. Now, can I prove that's the way it is? No, but the fact that everyone is a little bit different, kind of makes me think that maybe this is where they're actually going. No, I haven't had an NDE, so I can't prove that that's. But I've certainly had a handful of experiences that are just a little bit personal to me, and I really won't relate them. But I just say that I really do believe that the astral realm is real. Um, that's where we go after we die. Uh, we hang around here as a ghost, or go into the astral realm. Now, there's a couple accounts. So there's been several people that were on the operating table, and they were clinically dead. No heartbeat, no breath, no brain activity, and their spirit was just outside their body, and they're observing these doctors. Now these doctors are talking to their staff about different procedures. These people are observing them, and when they're revived, they're discussing these procedures with the doctors, and the doctors are relating to them and say, well, how the hell did you know that? How the hell did you know that we were doing this to you? Because you were clinically dead. They said, yeah, but doc, I was right over there in the corner of the room watching you and the nurses and all the staff and stuff performing these operations. And it's really quite an interesting. I mean, these are not medical. They were relating terms that medical terms that they wouldn't know otherwise. But anyway, the next thing I want to cover, I've covered this here a few times here on YouTube. Now, this lady. Now, I don't know if it was an NDE or just someone out of their body, after projecting somewhere. But this individual had observed a pair of shoes in a very unusual place that they related to a maintenance worker, and the maintenance said, "No, there's no way there could be a pair of shoes out there." So they actually crawled out on a ledge somewhere just to see that there was a pair of shoes out there. The only way that you could get out there is put yourself in a very precarious position on the edge of a building. And they come back and told this maintenance worker come back and told this person, I said, "Yeah, there are a pair of shoes out there. How you know that to be on me, but there are a pair of shoes out there." Because the only way they could find that is if they were out of their body to actually see the shoes. I find that kind of interesting. And but Laura, you're entitled to your beliefs. I'm pretty sure that you're watching my videos, and if I ever make it to Albuquerque, I'm going to coerce you off of that sick couch. That's why I call that a sick couch. And we're going to be hiking the Rockies somewhere interesting, or find some interesting place, outdoors in nature that we both find interesting. Now, something completely non-related. Now, I'm looking for one of my hiking packs. There's several places that now that we got decent weather, I want to get out and hike. But I found this. This is a Tire 2600. There's got to be a handful of you here that know what this is. But it's someone has cut the RF cable on it. Make sure that's the cable that went to the hooked up to the TV. Somebody's cut that. I found this toss somewhere. This is not one. Now I found another one. It was in a box with a bunch of cartridges. I think it had those little game things with it. I think it was there, and with a power supply and that little switch you hooked up to the TV. I think it was all together in a box, and the game cartridges themselves would be, I got it for free. Somebody, you were just in the garbage, and I said, hey, that's if nothing else, I can put it on eBay and probably get $50 for it. Because I've seen those. If I test it and say, hey, it works, show it, and I could probably get. I have no idea what a Tire 2600 is selling for. I've got was it a K-Pro? I got it auctioned for $10. That was about 40 years ago. I turned it on one time. It's been sitting in his closet here. I'm pretty sure I could dig it out. Very, very early computer system. It came on. It's got about a 3-inch CRT type display, just in green, and it flashes across there. Needs system disk. I didn't have any software for it. Just a K-Pro. If somebody wants to offer me a couple $100 for it, I'd go for it. If somebody really wants it, I have no idea what those things are worth. I've got two quarter-inch reel-to-reel tape recorders. If you're an old person like me, you remember that's how you got your music back in the day. Was either the record player, or on quarter-inch audio tape. I remember when that was real popular, and then 8-track, and then the cassettes, and on down like that. Let's see what else I've got a method that let me kind of go through it with you. I'm gonna post this as a complete separate video because I want to have that. I don't care if anybody watches it or not. I want to get out there because there's a deal I've made with the higher powers, the creative life force of the cosmos out there. That now you lay in a horizontal position, do several minutes of slow, deep breathing. You do the middle pillar. That's where you visualize the white light charging each of your chakras. Now, you visualize that point of white light in deep space. That's you visualize a star, one single star as a point of white light in deep space. Think of that as the mind, the consciousness of the mind of God. Now, you ask that point of white light as you're making a slow, deep in breath. You say, "Hey, take me to the how I phrase it. Take me to the whatever is responsible for my current life situation. Whether it's some past life belief, a trauma, a current life depression, whatever. You don't specify. You just say, hey, take me to whatever is responsible for my current, my current problems, whatever they may be. And then you visualize the white light. You say, I want you to erase this as I visualize each of my chakras being charged, the crown, the third eye, the throat, the solar plexus, all the chakras. If you want the chakras, type chakra, CHAKRA, chakra here on YouTube, and it'll come up. But you visualize your chakras, and then you visualize your whole body, lit up in white light, and you visualize, whatever is responsible for your current life. I don't care if it's depression or health problem or whatever. I'm going to make this a separate video. Like I said, I've made a deal with the higher powers of the cosmos that I'm going to post this. I don't care if anybody watches it or not. Let's see if some chick wants to join me. Either we make some videos where we're talking about, dealing with some new age chick where we're talking, we make those videos. If some chick, more grounded earth, some chick gets you the hiking partner to do some of the more interesting places. If you want to go down to the zone or some of the pretty lights in downtown Phoenix, let me know. I'm going to get to the zone. Now, when I'm at the zone, excuse me, the zone, I like to do it from some distance. So don't want to have to worry about the, there's one or two individuals down there. Excuse me. There's one or two individuals down there. I hate to say this, but there's one or two individuals down there that might just club me for the $5 in my pocket. Well, but I like to say the phrase, there but by the grace of God go I, that it's easy to end up homeless. So I don't have any ill feelings toward the people down there. I could be in their shoes real easy. Like I said, if some chick wants to take me down there where she drives and I hold the camera, or maybe I drive and she holds the camera, whatever we work out, or if she wants to do a tag team video with me, where we're getting the pretty lights of downtown Phoenix lit up at night, or any of the major cities or neighborhoods all pretty lit up at night with Christmas decorations or whatever. Just go down and get the pretty neon lights. Hey, let me know on the new age chick that might want to team up with me. If you're more grounded, fine. If you're one of those real space cadets, also to meet up with you and talk to you. But if you're a real space cadet, New Ager, I might not want to do that video with you. We got to talk. Oh, I got to talk anyway before we make any videos. Okay, love y'all. Let's keep life exciting, interesting, mysterious. And das Leben ist ein Abenteuer. C'est la vie. Mahalo. Cheerio. Auf Wiedersehen. Vaya con Dios. Ciao. Das Vestania. Bye-bye. Love y'all.